But I just wanted to be okay so I could serve the Lord. Like, I was like, God, I want to serve you so bad. That's all I want to do because I love you, God. I don't want my own issues to hold me back from being able to serve you. My name is Amanda Barb. This is my channel that you are watching. I talk about faith and mental health. And this video is actually another episode of my mental health journey. I was afraid. I was like, I'm getting worse. I'm now developing other things and I don't know what to do about it. And I don't know if I'm going to get better, but I was getting more and more afraid of not having like control of it. Like it was out of my control. And then I started to start hearing this inner child voice of mine. There was like dialogue with her and I could hear her voice and she was telling me stuff. And so then I was like, okay, now I'm hearing an inner child voice, a 7-year-old inside of me. And that tripped me up because I was like, okay, no, we're not going in that direction, Lord, are we? Yeah, it was pretty bad. And I didn't tell Josh that because I was ashamed of it, that this inner child was starting to tell me she was unsafe and she wanted to play and she didn't want to be there, and started to manifest in different ways. I was able to control it and to tell her I'm not listening to you. This is not healthy. I've seen her before. I haven't seen her. I've heard her voice before when we were in East Asia after my burnout experience. So I wasn't totally surprised by this, but the consistency of her coming and talking to me while I was alone in our apartment was not healthy. It was not healthy at all. Yeah, my mental health was getting really worse. I don't know what was going on. Was I developing bipolar? Was I now not only dissociating, but having conversations with my inner self, my inner child? Or was it a split personality thing? I don't know what was going on. I was like, okay, well, I've pushed my brain too much. This was not a good idea. This was a bad idea, God. This was a bad idea. But confessing that and realizing it was really hard. And it still took time for me to come to a place that this was not the right move for us and to confess that to Josh. I was like, well, I just need help. So, hold on. Because I was really suffering, I finally went to Josh and said, okay, I'm relapsing bad, worse than ever before. So we decided to talk to Member Care, and they set up a call with us on the internet, Zoom, and had a really hard talk with him. And I was telling him things that I should have said before we left overseas, and again explained to him I thought it was just temporary because of the fundraising and just not being in one place. He was like, well, if you would have told us, we could have gotten you help before you moved overseas and you wouldn't have gotten worse and all of that. But he was very compassionate, he was very kind, he was the most loving response that he could have been to someone in my position. And he helped us to make a decision to go to a nearby country where there would be counseling available for me that was safe and they knew about, and that was a ministry to help missionaries. And we decided that we would do that. And he said, be open to the idea of taking medication because this could be a chemical imbalance that's causing all of these things. I mean, again, we don't know what's going on. We just know that I'm suffering. I'm suffering bad. So in that conversation, I start crying, realizing I'm broken. I'm so broken, God, and I did this to myself. Of course, we start to point fingers towards ourselves, but that wasn't completely the case. But I did. I thought I had broken myself, and I had put myself back in a dangerous place. It was the way my brain was responding. Because I had such a burnout experience in East Asia, it thought that I was going back into that dangerous environment. But now we were in a new culture, trying to learn a new language and learning new food. So the stress of all the newness and everything, it was just not healthy for me. Definitely a decision was made that we were going to go to this other country. I'm going to meet with this other counselor. I signed up online. I was afraid. still afraid to talk to a counselor, still afraid to talk about these painful memories and issues. And however, I knew and had hope that this could be God's way of helping me more. And I just trusted him and said, okay, God, I love you, I trust you, and you're going to provide the answer that I need. And if it's medication, I'm okay with it, because maybe it is something that is a chemical imbalance that my brain just needs a little bit of help. And I accepted it. And it was hard, but I just wanted to be okay so I could serve the Lord. Like, I was like, God, I want to serve you so bad. That's all I want to do, because I love you, God. I don't want my own issues to hold me back from being able to serve you. So I was heartbroken. And then my heart would continue to break further along down the road, but not without a good reason. And it gets better. Trust me, the story gets better, but we're going a little bit further down, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So I'll see you in the next vlog.